Hey guys, this is Mark here from pixelfiendtech.com, and today we have another beginner photography tutorial for you. Today we are speaking about Composure. Okay, so in recent videos we have covered the main settings like ISO, aperture and shutter speed, so you now should know what settings to put your photo at with what you're wanting, but you don't really know what you're going to be taking a photo of, and that's what Composure is. So for example, say you have a character or something that you want to take a photo of. Generally, just taking a straight on photo is not always the best option. So for example, you can change your angle, so you can take a low angle shot to make them look bigger and more powerful, a high angle shot to make them look smaller or weaker, or just a side angle or something to give a different perspective of the picture. Now you can also change where about that person is in the frame, and that is the first thing we're going to be speaking about. So generally, for example, my point and shoot camera here, if you hit the display button, you will see these grid lines coming up, and this is to help you with rule of thirds. Now what rule of thirds is the, it's just turned off there, but where the lines cross, so you have a line here, a line here, a line here, and a line here, and then you have the 4 dots here. And what you want to do is you want to put your main subject in one of those dots. Now it doesn't apply in all circumstances. For example, on this video I decided that I thought it would look better if I was in the middle of the frame rather than standing over here, just because of the angle that the shot's at. Whereas if you were taking a picture of a character or something and it was over here, then it kind of gives you a better example of the background and it puts them in a nicer angle. So you want to put the eyes of the character in one of these 4 dots, and at the end of the video I will give you a few examples, though there are instances where putting something in the middle of the frame does look better. Something else you want to take into account is your focus. Now I've spoken to you about depth of field in my aperture video and how that can give some cool blurry effects in the background. What you want to decide is where your focus point is going to be. Generally, if you're taking a photo of a person, then you want to focus on the eyes unless something else is happening in that photo. But if you're taking a photo of, for example, a sentence, then choose a word that you're going to focus on, possibly one that stands out in that sentence. If you're taking a picture of a building, just try and focus on the front of the building, and you can generally catch my drift here. You just need to pick an important point of that picture to base your focus on, and if it is a picture with a lot going on, for example a group of people, and you want them all in focus, then you're gonna of course have to have a high f number. Okay, so next we are going to speak about the angles, which I briefly touched on before. So often kind of going down to an angle, for example if I was taking a picture and I was down here, taking a picture of it up like that, it would give you a cool kind of shot. Now what I'm actually going to do is switch over to a view of some pictures I have taken and give you a voiceover of how these pictures are benefited by good or bad composition.